Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be talking about your microbiome and its relationship to your metabolism. So if you're interested in that, definitely stick around. Okay, so a few baseline understandings that we got to get through. We got to figure out what is a microbiome, right? So let's go ahead and figure that out. I'm going to go over to the computer and I'm going to say, what is the microbiome? So I don't know when you're watching this. If you're watching on February 2nd, ChatGPT is always down. Okay, so that doesn't work. So let's go to Google. The handy dandy Google. What is a microbiome? The gut microbiota is the aggregate of all the genomes of the gut microbiota. The gut is the main location of the human microbiome. Okay, so looking at pictures, basically your gut has a bunch of bugs in it that lives there. It like cohabitates there. So we just want to make sure we understand this. So think of microbiome as anything that's not you, but then lives with you symbiotically for whatever reason. So like there's some bacteria that actually produces vitamin K for us in the gut. So it's pretty cool. All right, anyways, let's go back to the topic at hand. So how does your microbiome connect with your metabolism? So first, let's get a baseline understanding of microbiome, which we just did. But again, just to reiterate, all the bugs within you, all the different types of anaerobic, aerobic types of bacteria, types of, I don't know what else, like it's mostly bacteria. Everything that's in there, they are living with you in a one-to-one relationship. So when you're eating, you're not only eating for yourself, you're also eating for them as well, because they can change your taste buds, because obviously they will have more influence in that region. Because think of it as like you have a country, within that country you have little districts or of like ethnic minorities, and so they have their different needs, and that's exactly what the microbiome is. Different little ethnic groups all around the minority groups, but then they have a say, right? Because they live there, they breed there, they just, they have their whole families there. So we want to make sure that we take care of them, or else if there's a dysregulated relationship, then there's a lot of always tension buildup. Now, how does this relate to your metabolism, right? So let's go back to understanding what metabolism is. If you try to break it down, we have feed and then we have fast. Feeding is what you actually put inside your body, and fast is when you actually deprive yourself of food because you have internal energy that you need to consume. So when you're feeding, the major three things that you're eating are the macros, right? That you're eating the proteins, the fats, and the carbs. Proteins, fats, and carbs. Proteins, fats, and carbs. So those are the three main macros that you're eating. And when you're eating, a majority of it is going to be sugar. It's going to be carbohydrates that you're going to be consuming, and also a little bit of fat. But sometimes, depending on how crazy you get, the fat itself becomes a problem because you're actually just storing more fat from the carbohydrates. But that's a different story. Now, the story gets interesting though, because when you are consuming a lot of sugars inside your body, your microbiome, since they're very simplistic organisms in the sense that they have very simplistic energy requirements, how they actually use energy like fuel inside their body, they love to use sugars as fuel. Sugar is their primary pathway. They don't actually have the complicated fat burning engines that we do as humans have. So this microbiome, these bugs, this bacteria, what they need to do is actually leverage the sugars to undergo glycolysis, which gives them energy. So can you see what's going on, right? If you're going to be consuming a lot of carbohydrate-rich foods, your microbiome is in love with you because it's just getting so much more food. But as a result of that, they also have a lot of waste products, byproducts, and the gases that get generated by them also causes issues there. So now we're gonna have the spoiling effect that's gonna be occurring there. You can see, right? So now your feeding is going to lead to pathological states inside of yourself. And it's really up to you to understand that logic. You can do your own research, take a look into it, even talk about yourself. When you eat a lot of junk, ultra processed foods, how do you feel? Your stomach gets upset, your stomach is a lot more gas buildup. It's just a natural consequence of you eating ultra processed food. So your feeding is gonna be super critical. What do you eat? And I'm always gonna be plugging in Chipotle type foods, right? Where you get a mixture of all the little veggies, all the macros in a really good, minimal processed foods. Minimally processed foods. That's how I would describe it. That's the relationship. The microbiome, metabolism, really you dictate the microbiome based on your metabolism, based on what you put inside your body. And when you actually go under fasting, that's an amazing as well, right? Because when you fast, you're preventing yourself from actually putting more food where the microbiome might get. Like you should deprive them as well. You should, not only are you fasting, but your microbiome is also fasting. And that's a really good thing to do. Okay, with that being said, guys, if you found any value in this video, definitely you know what to do. Hit that like button, let me know if you liked it. Hit the dislike button to let me know if you did not like it, and tell me why in the comments below. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, bye.